Can I ask you something? When is the last time you actually believed something good about yourself? Not performed confidence, not pushed through. Actually believed. I am strong. I am worthy. I was made for this. Today, we're going to find that belief again. Together. Hey, Mama. Welcome to day 7. I'm so glad you're back. If you were here for day 6, I heard from so many of you, and the response was beautiful. You showed up. You studied. You let the word meet you right where you are. And that took courage. I hope you felt it. And if this is your first time here, welcome. You do not need any background. You don't need to have it all together. You just need to be here. And you are. So let's go. Today we're going to look into Psalm 7, Genesis 13, 14, and Matthew 7. We're going to lead with Psalm 7 today because David opens this psalm in the middle of a fight. And I think a lot of us know exactly what that feels like. Then Genesis is going to show us what it looks like to choose peace and trust when everything around you is pulling towards conflict. And Matthew 7 is going to land us in one of the most powerful promises Jesus ever made. This one is going to build something in you today. I can feel it already. Psalm 7 opens with David running. He's being chased, falsely accused, and he is crying out, Lord, if I have done this thing they are saying, then let the enemy crush me. But if I haven't, if I'm innocent, then rise up for me. He's calling out to God. And I want you to feel the boldness of that prayer for a second. David did not shrink. He did not go quiet. He did not spend his energy trying to prove himself to people who were lying about him. No, he took it straight to God. And he said, you know the truth. You see everything, God. You to move. I'm asking you to move. Mama, how many of us are in a season right now where we are being misunderstood, where something has the wrong picture of who you are, where you have been blamed for something that was not yours to carry, where you have given and poured and showed up, and somehow you are still the one under fire. David's answer was not to fight harder. It was not to defend himself louder. It was to stand in his integrity before the one who sees everything and trust the truth does not need your help to win. Verse 8, the Lord judges the people. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteous and according to my integrity that is in me. This is a courageous prayer, and it is available to you today. You don't have to fight every battle on your own. You do not have to make everyone understand you. You just have to stand in who you are and let God handle the rest. Then look at verse 17. After all of that, after the fear, after the accusation, after the honest cry, David lands here. I will give thanks to the Lord. Because of his righteousness, I will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High. He did not wait until it was resolved. He did not wait until he felt better. He praised in the middle of it. And that right there is one of the most powerful things a woman can do in a hard season. Praise before the breakthrough. Gratitude before the answer. Trust before the evidence. This is not weakness. This is the strongest thing I've ever seen. Now we move on to Genesis 13 and 14. And we find Abram, the same man God called out of nowhere in Genesis 12, navigating conflict and then stepping into one of the most defining moments. In Genesis 13, Abram and his nephew Lot have both been so blessed that the land cannot hold them both. Their herdsmen are arguing, resources are stretched, and tension is rising. And Abram does something that I think deeply is underrated. He goes to Lot and says, let's not fight. We are family. You choose which direction you want to go, and I will go the other way. Lot looks up and sees the best land, lush, well-watered, everything you would want, and he takes it. And Abram lets him. Now on the surface, that looks like Abram getting the short end of the deal, right? But watch what happens immediately after. God comes to Abram and says, lift up your eyes, Abram. Look north and south, east and west, all the land you see I will give to you and your children forever. Abram chose peace over position. He chose relationship over real estate. And God said, because you trusted me with that decision, I'm going to give you more than you gave up. Mama, are you in a situation right now where you feel like you have been generous? I'm sure some of you have. So many mamas have hearts that are so generous. You chose peace, you stepped back, you let someone else take what you felt like should have been yours. And you are still waiting to see what God is going to do with that. Hold on. Abram's blessing came right after his surrender. Yours is not far behind. Then Genesis, we move on into Genesis 14, and it shifts, and Abram becomes a rescuer. Lot, the nephew, who took the best land, gets caught in the middle of a war and is taken captive. And without hesitation, Abram gathers his men and goes after him. He fights. He wins. He brings Lot home. Here is what I love about this. Abram had every human reason to say, you chose that land. You deal with the consequences. But he didn't. He went anyway, because that is what people of integrity do. They show up even when they didn't cause the problem. They rescue even when it costs them something. You are that kind of woman. I know you are, because you are here. You keep showing up. You keep giving, even when you are tired, even when it costs you. That is not something taken for granted. This is a gift. Such a gift, right here. Right here in the Bible, it's such a gift. And we land in Matthew 7, and Jesus gives us one of the most quoted, and I think most underestimated promises in all of this Bible. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. We have heard that so many times it can almost stop landing. So I want you to slow down. Slow down. Ask, seek, knock. These are all active words. Jesus is not saying to sit and wait and hope something happens. He is saying participate. Bring your need. Bring your question. Bring your hand to the door. You are not passive. You are not a passive receiver in this story. You are an active participant. And then he says, which of you, if your child asks for bread, would give them a stone? If you, who are imperfect, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more does your Father in heaven know how to give good things to those who ask? Mama, you are somebody's good gift. You are the answer to prayers you will never fully know about. The way you love, the way you show up, the way you keep going, even on those hard days. That is not nothing. That is everything to the people in your life. And Matthew 7 closes with the house on the rock. Everyone who hears these words, puts them into practice, is like a wise person who builds their house on a rock. The rain came, the floods rose, the winds blew, and the house stood, not because the storm didn't come. It came because the foundation held. You are building something, Mama. Every day you show up for your family, for your faith, for yourself, you are laying one more stone on a foundation that will not move. The storms will come. They always do. But what are you building right now? How will it stand? Before I let you go, I just want to speak directly to you for a second. You are not behind. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are not too much. And you are never too little. You are a woman of God who gets up, who tries again, who loves deeply when she is running on empty, who is brave enough to study, to grow, to ask hard questions, and to keep believing even when the answers haven't come yet. So extraordinary. You are extraordinary. David stood in his integrity when everyone was against him. Abram chose peace and trusted God with what he gave up. And Jesus looked at a crowd of ordinary, struggling, searching people and said, ask, seek, knock, and he will answer. He is saying the same thing to you today. You were built for this season, not in spite of the hard parts, because of them. Every challenge you have walked through has been making you in exactly the woman you are right now. And she is stronger than she knows. Go be her today. If day 7 encouraged you, I want you to know, drop a comment below and tell me which passage spoke to you most today. Was it David's bold prayer, Adam's peace, or the promise in Matthew 7? Share this with a mama who needs to hear that. She was built for this. You never know who needed this today. Subscribe so you don't miss day 8. We're just getting started. I love doing this with you so much. I will see you next time. And don't forget, you are so, so loved. You are so, so strong. And you are so, so needed.